Good morning, everybody. Me and Diamond wanted to come say hello and share with you guys what things have been like for us the last few days. Or this morning, more specifically. Now this little girl here, y'all can see one of her ears is standing up and the other one's still floppy. She's proven to be very unhappy with the other little dog that Kirk brought home. He found him on the overpass on the highway and been looking for a home for him. But she plays with him. She'll even cuddle with him a little bit. But she's obviously not been too happy with him being around. Been real snappish and almost like she's going to attack your hand, but she never bites you. She just attacks at your hand and growls and everything. When she doesn't like something, like me picking her up off the bed when she's busy scratching, or take the leash off her. One time she did it when I went to take the leash off of her when we got home from a walk. But I told Kirk one day, I can see why they call them the B word, because she's been acting like one. But I'm not going to say that word, but y'all know what I mean. I think she's ready to get down. Okay. But, anyways, I've got my coffee, chocolate peppermint this morning. I made some before, one of those sample packets, about half the sample packet. It was way too strong. But I made me some more, and it's much better. Tastes much better. Put a lot of creamer in it. I think this time I had put 3 tablespoons, I think, or 4 tablespoons of coffee to a 12-cup coffee maker. It was a lot better. A little thin, but better. It's supposed to be a light roast, too. Kirk usually makes the coffee, so I'm not too good at knowing how to measure it out, and I don't like it very strong. Even Starbucks is strong to me. There's only like 3 of the lattes during the season that I like. The pumpkin spice and the eggnog and gingerbread I wanted to try, but I didn't get an opportunity to try the eggnog and gingerbread latte. But the pumpkin spice is really good. But I'm done ran into 3 minutes here. Anyhow, before I get much further, WackaDoodleFreeZone, I know you watch my videos, hon, and I just gotta say, I am so sorry to hear that not only, you know, is your family dealing with TJ's health and everything, but now your own health, and then the insurance. That just, the problems y'all having with the insurance, it just irritates me to no end. I hope everything works out for you guys, and I'll definitely be praying for y'all. You're probably wondering why I didn't know about it sooner. I don't watch videos as frequently as I used to. I'm kind of trying to equal out the time that I spend on the computer between Facebook games, or Facebook in general. I also the YouTube, and also reading. I've got the PC Kindle on my computer. Kind of gotten used to reading books on there lately, and it's just a lot easier than having to get out and go to the library or wait for one to come in the mail and pay the shipping. I can just get it on Amazon.com, and immediately it's there on my computer for me to read, and I don't have to pay a shipping cost or anything like that. So I just find it a lot easier, just a little bit to get used to, because I'm old-fashioned. I like the feel of a book in my hand when I'm reading it. As you can tell, I've got collections of books always, you know, cluttered up there behind me, and then a whole bunch in the living room too. But the main thing I wanted to share with you guys, was about our weather, and this morning, Friday, and again this morning, for some reason the alarm has not been going off. Kirk set them, but they just did not go off. So this morning was difficult because of that. Kirk couldn't get Cheyenne ready. He had to hurry up, get himself ready, and get right out the door. It's 5 minutes to 7 when we got woke up. And he leaves out the door at 7, and we usually leave out at 7:11. And Cheyenne has plenty of time to eat breakfast and everything. Well, for the second time in a row, I had to get her to school with no time to eat or anything. I hate that so bad. And she eats at 10:30 for lunch, like 10:30 in the morning for lunch. So not too horrible. But as a mom, it just makes me feel bad. But when we got out there and left the house about 7:30 or so. So she was enough time to get to school before the bell and all that. And oh boy, it was so cold. They were out of school for the last 2 days because of the snow and the freezing temperatures overnight, freezing the packed down ice and everything on the roads. And what little had melted on the roads would have turned to ice, so they were concerned about that. Well, they gave us the option today that it was up to us as the parents to determine if we were going to have our kids in school, and but that other than that, school was going to resume regular schedule and all of that. Well, I didn't see her staying home today when she and I could easily walk to school, even though we were running behind, and I could have kept her home, but then she would have only had 2 days of school. And then they don't have school on the 17th for some teacher thing that they got going on. So I was like, no, I'll try to get her to school. And walking down there, Cheyenne was in tears, y'all. It was so bitterly cold. Let's see if I can put this down a minute and I'll look and see the Weather Channel thing, what it says. Okay. It's 10 o'clock now, and according to the Weather Channel desktop thing we have, it's 21 degrees Fahrenheit. Feels like 8 degrees. Precipitation's 0. About noon, it's supposed to be about 24 degrees Fahrenheit now, and feel like 12. Time that I go pick her up is going to be 27 degrees Fahrenheit and feel like 17 degrees. Well, this morning when I took her to school, it was exactly 18 degrees or so. Exactly or so. Okay, well, it was saying it was 18 degrees Fahrenheit. But it felt like 5 with the wind chill and everything. It felt like 5. So the poor baby was just crying. And I was like, well, try to walk behind me. You know, the wind might be bad. You know, might not be so bad if you walk behind me. No, Mommy, it doesn't feel no much better. She goes, I'm going to get up in your coat. And poor baby. I was like, well, we're halfway there. At that point, we were halfway there to the school. I said, let's just hurry up and get to school. And Mommy, we'll do hug and kissies real quick, and then you run up there and get in the school building. So I stayed there. Me and Diamond stopped and waited for her, watched her get there in the school, and had to walk back ourselves in it. So I put my hood on so my ears weren't hurting so bad, but oh man, they were stinging and burning and hurting so bad. So needless to say, the roads are better. There's still some icy patches, and the snow is not able to melt. This will be the first ever that I can recall that we've gotten almost 6 inches of snow, and the weather is still so bitterly cold that it hasn't been able to melt. Usually it melts within the next day or 2 days, not almost a week, because it snowed at like Sunday and it's Wednesday now. So and usually we get it as late as March, not even as early as this sometimes. So